Okay, guys, I've gone live because I want to show you what I have packed. So I'm gonna have you actually pack with me, okay? And I'll show you like some of the things I packed, some of the things I did not use, all right? Because there's a lot that I didn't use. So I went from Atlanta to Denver. It was a last minute trip. I saw the flight open up at 3 o'clock. The flight was a little after 7, so I had to rush to the airport from, I live way over in Roswell, so, and then I'm fighting like 5 o'clock traffic to get there, okay? So I just kind of threw a lot of things in a bag that I would normally have. But this was just a quick trip. I came in last night. I am leaving today, all right? So one of the things that I always pack are my Meta glasses, okay? I pack my Meta glasses. One, I always want to at least get some content. And so this is an easy way to get some content. I'm not a big fan because you can't like adjust the camera settings, but it is a way to get some content. So I actually, this is what I actually pack sometimes, okay? So that's my Meta glasses. Then also, if for whatever reason my headset or if I forget, my headset, or if my headset dies, I pack this, okay? So I always pack this. I keep this in my backpack, by the way. I don't put this in my suitcase. I leave this in my backpack. All right, the other thing I always pack is I have to have my 360 camera, okay? Because you never know when you're going to get some great content. I knew this was going to be a quick trip, so not much content on this trip, but I love this camera. You can actually take the actual camera off. So there you go. And so this is a magnet, so you can place it, I could place it in my hotel. I don't have many places to do a magnet, but let me see if I can find a place to show you guys. Maybe here? Nope, that's not even. Yeah, I don't know. There's not many places I can find in this hotel room. But, it's good. Normally I can use it, no problem. All right. Do it on this windowsill. Nope, that's not even. Oh, my God. So, yeah, but I normally carry that. It's normally good for that, okay? All right, so you just put it back. See. All right. So the other thing I carry, let's see. I always have my DJI Osmos Pocket, I think is what it's called. So I always carry this. And I have my accessories that I carry with it. This is just an extension of the battery. And then also I have my microphone. I'm not using it now, but I have my microphone that I normally would have with it. And then this little piece, if there's some wind. All right, so I normally pack that. I keep this in my backpack. So I'll put this over here because that's gonna go in my backpack. All right, I always have a little lighting kit or a small light. Yeah, just that small light. Let's see. It may not be charged. I may have used all the battery, all the juice. But I usually carry this. And then also, I carry my camera, my other camera. And you don't have to carry all these cameras. I carry these cameras because I want to create content when I'm out. So I have my Sony that I normally use. And I just carry it in a small pouch to protect it. So this is good if you just want to be out and about in the day and protect your camera. And you can use it as a shoulder bag. You can use it as just to handle it like this. You can use it as a sling bag if you want to. I can't figure out how to do it now. And it unclips, all right? So I like using this when I travel. The other thing I take with me when I travel, so I take this little thing that I got from QVC when I travel. And so normally I would put my passport, I put my credit cards. You see I have my room key in here. So this is just good. And it's magnet. So I usually just kind of put it here. And if you're going through the airport, it's just easy to just have your documents, whatever you're needing, right here. So normally that's what I use. And then once I get on the plane, I normally just put it in my backpack. But that's always good. You see it's magnet. But it's just good to have. You can also clip it on your belt if you need to clip it on your belt. So that's what I normally use, okay? Just easier, again, coming through the airport. Now, you can't see like my passport and everything because there's a little division here. So I keep my stuff secure. But this is really good. It's not fashionable, but again, for somebody, if you're that person that's just digging through everything when they're asking you for your driver's license, this is going to be really good. All right. And also because I hate when my phone is loose on the plane. So I always carry this. And so I'm recording on my phone. So, but if I wasn't recording on my phone, I'd be able to show you that I just connect my phone here. There's a little piece that's inside my phone. So I connect my phone here. And normally, if you've seen any of my pictures, I normally have this on and my phone kind of hangs, okay? And then there's a place for your sunglasses or your glasses as well, okay? So I normally would, again, I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you, but that's where my phone would hang from this second hook. The other thing I actually carry is I carry these beats. Now, I am not a fan of these beats, but somebody on one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of last year, these were normally like $150. They said, oh, it's at Target for $50. Okay, I hadn't been to Target this year, but last year I got this and it's okay. I don't like the way it really feels when I'm in the air because my ears are popping sometimes. But if you forget like your headset, or if your headset is too big and you don't have much room, then, this is something that I would suggest. The other thing I use, let's see. All right, so this is my charger that I use. And so it already has the cables, retractable cables, you see there? So that's a little hard, but it comes down. So the AC plug, so you could just plug it in. And then you have the retractable for your USB-C. And then I also have the retractable, well, this is not retractable, but that's, what is that, USB? All right, so I use this to charge my iPad, to charge some of these cameras, and then also my phone. So it's good for charging the phone. It's also a light as well. I don't really use the light, so I don't really know how to turn it on, but there's a light. I've turned it on before. Oh, there it is. So, there's a light if you need a light. I got to figure out how to turn it off. Okay, there we go. So just that button right there for the light. And then also, if you have additional cables, you can plug those up there. So you can actually charge 4 things. So if you have some more cables, and then you have the USB-C and you have the USB. All right. And let's see what else I normally carry. I always carry my iPad. I am a hard book person. Okay, I like hard copies. Paper is what I'm saying. But, when you're traveling and you're like, I don't know which book I want to take, this is good to have. So for your Kindle, for your movies, I download my movies on my iPad. Netflix, you can download your movies and watch whatever movies you want to watch. All right. But also, let's see. Now, I am of that age to where I go through menopause. So I always carry this fan. Very convenient. If I wanted to hang it on my neck, I can hang it on my neck. If I wanted to I like wearing my purses like this. So sometimes I'll wear my fan like this. But if I'm using the fan, I definitely will have it just kind of hanging from my neck. The good thing about this fan is, you see this? If you wanted to prop it while you're sleeping, you can prop it up. All right. And the battery lasts so long. I'm going to tell you something. I purchased my husband one on TikTok Shop for like $16 last year. And then with the announcement of the tariffs, I went back, it was like $100. And then it went down. But I wanted to get a second one for me because everybody loved this. And so I ended up finding this one on Amazon for like $30. But on TikTok Shop last year, I purchased it. It was like $16. But it's this has a fan as well. And then the good thing is you can see where you are. I'm at 83%. So it's good to have, but it has the different settings. And so I love this fan. So I always carry this fan, okay? All right, so what else do I carry? I carry this. I have to have like a compact mirror when I travel. Not just when I travel, when I go different places, because listen, you don't want to be that person that's at the restaurant and you can't really, you don't really know what's in your teeth, okay? Like the regular mirror, you know, you'll see one thing, but when you get the magnifying mirror, oh my God, it's amazing. So I think I got this off of QVC, but they sell these in like maybe a Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Walmart, something like that. But I like this one because it has the light, okay? It has the light. The light is adjustable and you can turn it off. So I like that. So I travel with this. It's slender. I have another one that's a little thicker, but when you're traveling, you're trying to save space, this works for me, okay? The other thing I have is I'm a big charger person because I've been out, I've been caught out. If you've been caught out and your phone has gone dead and you didn't have anywhere to charge it, then listen, I panicked and I just bought every charger I could think of. But I like this charger because it can hook to, it's magnifying, so you can just put it on your phone and you can actually just charge your phone. And there's another port where you can charge another device if you wanted to. And I believe this comes out. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. Oh my God, I forgot that this had. So look, it has the USB. It has a USB-C. And I don't know what this little cable is, but it has that as well, okay? I think I got this off of TikTok Shop for like $15. But this has been wonderful, okay? This has been wonderful. The other thing I have, let's see. So I got this, and this may have been from QVC, but this, let me tell you what I love about this. You think it's just gonna like, you know, charge your phone. It actually charges your Apple Watch, okay? I love that. I didn't know that's what it did when I purchased it. I thought I'm just getting another charger. But, you know, a lot of times, I don't know why, but I lose my charger for my Apple Watch. But this charges your phone and your Apple Watch, okay? So, let's see. See, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, so I love that. All right, and let's see what else I carry. I still carry a cable, but if I didn't have this cable, like I would be okay with everything else that I showed you. I still just carry a little cable, USB-C or USB. So I still do that, okay? Now, I carry this small light. I think I got this from Amazon. It may have been $10 or it could have been Best Buy. I don't remember, but I tend to carry, oh, and yes, definitely buy it when you can. Okay, if you see the stuff is cheaper, buy it because I've witnessed that things will go up tremendously. Like I said, that fan was just $16 when I purchased it for my husband. And then when I actually went to purchase it for myself, $100, that was ridiculous. So like I said, I ended up finding it on Amazon for $30, but that's still double what I paid for it for my husband. But I think I got this from Best Buy. It's a great light if you're doing content. And I'm the kind of person that I have to come on TikTok Shop or something, not TikTok Shop, but TikTok to ask how to use my devices. So, I kind of just press buttons. That's not a good thing. But you have different settings on here. I don't want to blind you guys with the light, but you have different settings on here, okay? And then I do, because I have my Osmos Pocket, I like to carry these, I don't know if they call them filters. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, filter set. So just different settings. I may want to change things up. So I carry that. And I will admit, I overpacked this time because, again, I found this $16 flight going to Denver. I didn't see it until 3 o'clock. And it was like, I think the flight was like 7:30 or something like that. So I just put everything in a bag, okay? Oh, but I forgot to show you. This charger, all right, this limitless charger, I love. It comes in this pouch, okay? So it's like a wristlet here. I love this thing. And then if I didn't want to take it out of the pouch, I can use my USB-C without taking it out of the pouch, okay? It is a little heavy, so I will warn you that it is a little heavy. The other thing for my Osmos pocket, if I'm just going out and I don't want the whole kit, this is easier for me to carry it in. And then I have a little wristlet, okay? All right, so the other thing is, I always carry like flossing, okay? You have to floss. So I kind of carry this packet. I think I got this from maybe a Marshall's or TJ Maxx, something like that. It could have been Ross, but they came several in a pack. I don't remember how many were in the pack, but it was worth it because you get 10 toothpicks with this, okay? And I have to have these, okay? Let's see. All right, so I also have my medication, okay? I should have something, you know, for that, but I always just carry the medication itself. I always carry, especially on the plane, you never know when your device is going to go out. But I always carry like a little journal and a pen, and not necessarily a journal for you to kind of, you know, go over life, but you may come up with some ideas, or maybe you're a prayerful person and you want to write down your prayers, or maybe you just want to kind of write down some ideas that you want to execute on. So I tend to carry, you know, at least a little writing pad or something. I do have a thick journal that I love because I'm a journal person. But when you have a suitcase, it's kind of hard, you know, just, you know, it's thin. This is thin. So you don't want that thick journal. So I just kind of quickly put my ideas in here. So I carry this as well, okay? The other thing that I carry, now I do have, if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to carry a lot of, I just want to have my license, I carry this, and I can put this on the back of my phone, so I can put my credit card or my driver's license in here, all right? And then we're going to move on over and let's see, show you what else. All right, so I also, let's see. All right, so this is a little bag that I would normally have, all right? I carry this, and I'll tell you what's in this bag. So I have the Estee Lauder, so this is my cleanser. I have my moisturizer. I have, this is e.l.f. Skin. It's makeup melting cleansing balm. So these smaller sizes, they are great. So, you know, make sure you get travel sizes. I only use these when I'm traveling. Eye cream, and I only use these when I travel. And my Estee Lauder night cream, or not night cream, but it's advanced night repair. So I carry those things. I keep these, now I keep this packed, so I didn't have to pack this, okay? The other thing that I do carry that I have wrapped up pretty tight. So if you have like things that you believe would, like liquids that you think are gonna leak, I have like the saran wrap that I wrap things in so they don't leak. So this is some oil, and I just carry this oil. I just put it on my feet, and as a matter of fact, this is some kind of shimmer oil that I got from TJ Maxx. It didn't quite work out for me as far as the shimmer oil around my neck because it was breaking me out, but I found use for it, so I put it on my feet, and my feet stay hydrated all day. But you know, don't sleep on the little saran wraps, okay? Wrap that stuff up. That way you're not gonna have that mistake where all of your stuff has been destroyed by liquids, okay? So, you know, I'm reusing this because I am not at home, but I'll get a new, I'll wrap it new when I get back, or sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just leave it here for the next trip, okay? Because it's nowhere near being used. Now, because now at this time, the packaging is oily, I'll just take a little napkin and I put it in my pouch, all right? And again, that's my little pouch that I use. I also use these are my towels that I use. So of course you guys have probably seen these all over TikTok where, let's see, you open it, looks like a little tablet. And I'll show you, you just run some water, all right? And then, here we go. All right, and then you have your face towel. So you kind of save some space. And you just open it up however you want. They have big ones, they have small ones. You can find these on Amazon. I'm having a hard time opening it up now, but you can open this up. But I usually use these on my face. These are not the normal ones that I use on my face when I'm at home, and it's a little thin, but they're, you know, they're worth it and they work, okay? And then also a little trick is, you see, I don't know how to flip the camera, but I'm gonna show you how the hotels, they'll have like conditioner, and then in the shower, they will have these little things. If you had like a container, put a few pumps in there, you know, for your next trip, okay? You can kind of save that way. And the other thing is, I do have a toothbrush. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you what else I have in this bag. So I have my lens wipes. I use these for my devices, for my cameras, and also for my glasses, okay? So for my camera lenses and my glasses. So, you know, take a look at that and get you some of those. And then I don't have to have this big thing. Like, I really could have put this in a smaller baggie. The little, I don't want to call them the druggy baggies, but they're small baggies you can put these in. But I have my no BS, I guess toothpaste or tooth tablets. And then also have this. I got this from the dollar store, like Dollar Tree. And so this is soap. It's like the little paper soap, and then it dissolves with the water. So these are convenient, especially if you're at festivals and things like that. It's always good to have something like this because with this, you know, sometimes you'll go into a bathroom and they're out of soap, okay? I don't worry about that because I have these, and it has a little clip, so I can clip it if I wanted to. I gave my niece some, and she loves these things. But Bio Pure, and I just got this one from the dollar store, but they sell them on Amazon. I think at the dollar store, it was like $1.25. And you see the little paper, so it's worth it. I also bring my laptop because sometimes I have to work. And let me tell you, I'm in Colorado now, so I'm in Denver. It's just a quick turnaround trip. I paid $16 to get here yesterday. I'm leaving in a few minutes, okay? $16. And then, but if I wanted to actually stay, there's a 12:59 a.m. flight Sunday morning. I could stay, but I didn't want to do another night of a hotel, and I didn't rent a car. I always get hotels, unless I'm going somewhere specifically where I want to be closer to somewhere else. I always get hotels in Denver close to the airport. They have, like, I always get the shuttle service, okay? Sometimes, well, I shouldn't say always. Sometimes I'll rent a car. But because this was a quick trip, I just did a hotel that had the shuttle service that was close to a lot of different places. All right, let me see what else. Oh, yeah. So as far as, you know, I use these little baggies, like Ziploc bags, to put laundry, honestly, little underwear and stuff like that, that you've already used. So don't sleep on the Ziploc bags. I love Ziploc bags. They have a multi-purpose use. All right, so this is the time when I come to hotel rooms on solo trips that I'll just, you know, I'll kind of do a little girly thing, and, you know, for my eyes. So, you know, if you have things that you hadn't used at home, beauty stuff that you hadn't used at home, I mean, take the time and rejuvenate, okay? So I bring those on trips. I also have, you know, sometimes we can't help it. So I do have my before you go poopery, all right? I always carry this poopery. You never know. Yes, it may sound gross, but you never know. And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the reason somebody else just runs out the bathroom. But if you have to be, it is what it is, okay? But spray these in the toilet. So I carry a little travel size poopery. Also carry, this is a little makeup bag, not as small. Some of the stuff I'm not going to use. Like today on my flight, I'm not going to put on any makeup because I'm just going straight home. But I use my Clinique Even Better Clinical. This is SPF 25, so I don't have to bring my SPF for my face. This is SPF 25, so I love this. And it's Clinique is that it's that line that I always default to. Like I'll go away because there's always something that's saying, oh, it's so much better, and I'll try something else. And then I always come back to not SPF, but to Clinique. And let me tell you why. For somebody with very sensitive skin, Clinique is that girl. Clinique will have the products that you need that will actually help your face, enhance your face, do what it needs to do. So I always go at Clinique, okay? I have like just a eyeshadow, I'm sorry, not eyeshadow, mascara, sorry. I carry this. I carry also, so this is, I got this from Ipsy, and this is like it's not a lip balm, it's called Nia Pout, but it's good for your lips, and it exfoliates the lips, okay? So I like that. Let's see. Like, so I use this. So this is by Mario. I bought this in Vegas one time, but instead of me carrying my blush, I use this when I'm traveling. And there's the stick, okay, like a maroon color. And then there's the brush. And you can wash the brush. And then, so that's very convenient. I love this, okay? And I use this, you can use it as an eyeshadow, you can use it as a blush, and you can also use it as a lip color, okay? But I do have a lip color that I normally carry, and I carry this lip color. A lot of times I don't use the dark lip colors. I like a nude lip, and a lot of times I just like no lip. I use this e.l.f., all right, I don't have it on now, but this is the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, and it works. I noticed the difference when I don't use it, okay? Put it right under your eye, and you'll notice the difference in those dark spots. So I love this by e.l.f. Let's see. This is e.l.f., and it's a color correcting stick, so I'm not a makeup person like that, so I can't tell you all the best ways to use it, but I will say this works, and it helps to kind of balance if for whatever reason my makeup is looking too light or something like that, okay? Because in the wintertime, I'm a little lighter like most people than in the summertime. And so I also carry in this bag powder, finishing powder. I think they call this finishing powder. I got this from Ipsy, and I always carry. So this is Cover FX. I don't know if they still sell this, but this is like gold liquid drops that you can put in your makeup. So I love this. If I had on makeup, I'd be able to show you. I normally would put this on, like I'll tap my finger here and get some out. Like you're supposed to put it in your makeup, but I use it for different purposes. And I'll kind of, you know, I'm trying to do it like, you know, enhance my nose. I mean, normally I would do it over my makeup. You really can't see it now, but if you have the makeup on, and then you could put it on your cheeks, you could put it here. I put it right up here at the top of my lip. And I love this stuff. I don't know if they still sell it, but there are different like brands that you can buy with this, okay? And then I have like NARS. So I got this from Ipsy because I have that Ipsy subscription, and it's just the eyeshadow, okay? If you want that smoky eye, this is an easy way to do it. So I'm trying to think. That's probably, I mean, I have some other things in here, but they're more like lipsticks. I still keep, you know, I keep this in my makeup bag as well, just in case I have to remove my makeup if I want to be really, really comfortable on the plane. But these are a lot of the things that I actually carry. I have also, so I have my 360 camera that I use. So I have the Invisi-Stick, or what is it called? Insta360, but it's like invisible stick. And then I just use my camera. This is great if you're at a festival, at a park. I mean, it's just great overall. Like if you want to actually not only get you, but get surrounding, it's 360, okay? So you can see around. So even if in the shot when I'm taking it, even if I don't see me, when I go into the app, I can actually go and I can adjust like what I see. So if I didn't like, okay, the way it was getting me, but for whatever reason I got what was ahead of me, I can adjust that shot, okay? And so I love this camera. This is the X3. I really want the X5, but this is the X3. So I love, love, love this camera. Love this camera. There was something else. Oh, yeah. So samples of perfume, okay? Of course, you know, if I'm traveling and I hadn't checked the bag, I just get little samples of perfume. You know, you can buy, by the way. So you can buy like the sets. So who is that? I think it's Sephora. Sephora I purchased for $35, some kind of set where it came with maybe 15 different perfumes to try. And then you got the, like whatever one you liked, all you had to do was send in a certificate and you got a travel size of it. But this is what I purchased. I don't remember where I got this. So, but I keep these, you know, because it's really good for just traveling. All right. So you don't have to carry your whole perfume, or you can get, what does it call it? Atomizer. I don't remember the word, but you can get that if you want. I have that, but a lot of times I just use the little sample perfumes. I just have to choose what scent I want to smell like. Let's see what else I have over here. Oh, by the way, okay. So even though, and so I forgot my electric toothbrush. So I have an electric toothbrush that I use at home, but that's not the same one that I use when I travel. So there's one that I use when I travel. And so I got that from one of these stores. It may have been Ross. I don't remember, but get one of those. They're normally like $15. They're not going to be, you know, they're not going to be like the ones you have at home, but it's smaller and it's just convenient. But I forgot it, okay? So I always go downstairs to the hotel and ask for a toothbrush. And don't worry, I brush my teeth. So I forgot my electric toothbrush, but I actually had a small toothbrush that I had purchased some months ago that just so happened to be in a bag. So that's why it's important to keep your staples in a bag, okay? Because I had that. But I still went downstairs to ask for a toothbrush because these things I kind of stock up on just in case I need them for another trip. So they're always free. Always ask them for this, a toothbrush, toothpaste. Always ask them for a shower cap. Even if you don't need a shower cap, that shower cap can be used to kind of put some things in, like if you had something that was leaking in your bag, or something that you think is going to leak, and you could just kind of wrap things up in that. I don't sleep on the bags, okay? I went to grab something to eat last night. I don't just throw away these bags. I either use them as trash, or again, you can put your laundry in there. You can do a number of things with the bags when you're traveling, okay? The other thing is, let's see. What else do I have over here? Oh, okay, so here, also the laundry bag. So, you know, if you need to take some things that you feel like are gonna leak, use the laundry bag. Unless you're using a laundry service, okay? You don't really need that. But also when the hotel gives you these makeup wipes, take them, okay? Take your makeup wipes, ask for extra. And that way if you know, like I said, I have a big box of things, just a travel box, okay? And it's gonna have like travel size type things, okay? So make sure you're doing that. But I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, so because I came from Atlanta, all right, Atlanta, and I always get these, like, I
I wasn't doing it before, but I started noticing they have like the sweatshirt. So I purchased one time for, I think, when I was in Jackson, Mississippi, and it was so comfortable. Okay, it was so comfortable. So I said every time I travel, whatever city I travel to, I'm gonna get the sweatshirt. You know, people collect mugs, they collect a number of things. I collect those things too. But I was like, oh, the sweatshirts, because if you're lounging around when I'm around my house, it's good to have. And they're $19, like $19.99, so not bad. Or two for $35. But I was like, that's how I'm going to, when I travel, always get a crew neck sweatshirt. Like people collect t-shirts, so I like the crew neck sweatshirts. And then, so when I'm headed back to Atlanta at the Denver airport, I'll grab a Denver one. But okay, so this I got from TJ Maxx. And I'm glad I brought it because in Atlanta, the weather was perfect, okay? But not so much up here, okay? People got off the airplane and they were freezing. All right, so I had this on the airplane. And of course, with this outfit, it doesn't look great. But who cares, okay? Because I was able to keep warm. And then when I got off the plane, okay, I still had it on. And I think it was like 45 degrees or 40 degrees when I got off. And it was a little windy. So that was at TJ Maxx for like $24, okay? And so, you know, it's great. Like, I'm sure you wear this when you're dressing up, okay? But it's great to have if you're traveling. So you may want to kind of go with this when you travel, okay? But I think that's about it. I'm looking around the room and I have to get out of here because my shuttle leaves at, oh shoot, it leaves in about 15 minutes and I hadn't even finished packing. But I'm going to grab the shuttle to the airport and I will see you in Atlanta. Bye. Thanks, guys.